and I quote, "Oh, there's a head." And I said, "A what?"
Brown sugar, babe. I guess high off your love, I don't know how to behave.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Tori T Mingo, whatever you want to say. Welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, hey girl, how you doing? Hey dude, how you doing? And if you are new to the channel, welcome to the gang, welcome to the family. Go ahead and subscribe because you're gonna love it up here, of course. As y'all can see by the title and as y'all can see by the setup, it is another motherfucking story time. And before y'all get on me, I know it's been a while. I'm sorry. I've been busy. I done had a lot going on. I'm back in school. I'm working a full-time job outside of like my business and doing my business. It's just a whole lot of. And it's my birthday month, of course. But I promise y'all, this is just the beginning of me getting back on track with everything. So I'm gonna make sure I'm bringing y'all videos. Like most of y'all know, if y'all don't know, go ahead and start watching my old videos. Like my very first video, my Get to Know Me. My birthday is September 21st. So that whole week, I'm gonna be dropping videos. Got a whole lot planned. It's gonna be a whole lot of. So, before I get into the video, just another thing. I've noticed that, something new that I want to start doing on my channel is telling you guys the stories. So I'm gonna drop the email down here. I honestly don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but it's gonna be across your screen. And y'all are gonna be able to send me y'all stories and I'm gonna read them on my channel. You don't have to reveal your name. You don't have to reveal the people's name who you're talking about. You know, if you want me to say the names, cool. Like, you know, we can do that, but it can be completely anonymous and I can just tell the story because some people are like, some of y'all may not have your own platform or some of y'all may have your platform and don't want to tell people, you know, all the tea. So I'm gonna start telling stories on my channel for y'all, okay? Y'all comment below right now and tell me what this segment should be called. I don't even have a name for it yet. Let me know what I should call it. I'm gonna drop the email is gonna be here and it's also gonna be in the description box below. I'm not sure when I'm gonna start doing them, but send them and I'm going to read all of them, okay? Come here to hear me ramble, y'all came here for the tea, the real, okay? So we're gonna get right into it. So this is gonna be the story time of when I didn't know I was pregnant. So most of y'all know, if you are a real T Mingo, T Mingo TV supporter, all that good stuff, y'all know that I do have a now 5-year-old daughter. So I'm gonna tell y'all about how this went. So this was back in 2016, 2017. So y'all know I went to college in Spartanburg or whatever. I was in college, and at this time, I was still dealing with my sneaky link, Lee. If y'all have not watched that story time, go and watch all of it. If y'all don't know nothing about the people I'm talking about in these videos, y'all need to go watch the old videos so y'all can get caught up and try to figure out who was who and all that good stuff. Because I don't got time to try to break it down right now. Anyway, I was still dealing with Lee. So, I believe it was about, it had to be, yeah, it was like November, December-ish because we were going on break. We were either going on a Thanksgiving break or a Christmas break. I feel like it was Thanksgiving. Because this was going to be like the first time that me and him like weren't going to be around each other for like a long period of time. Because, we went to school together. So like we was always together. Like started off as a sneaky link and then ended up progressing to more. And I got to give y'all that story time too. But this is like, we going on break or whatever. So of course, per usual, when you're not gonna see your man, so you're not gonna see your girl for a long period of time, what you gonna do? You're gonna make sure you get it in. Gonna make sure that you do what you gotta do, to get what you need. So we of course do what we do, whatever. Literally the morning before we both leave, or I think it was before we left. The morning before we left. So we do what we do. Mind y'all, and I've said this before. I don't even know if I said this on this channel. I think I put it on TikTok or something when I did a TikTok. All through high school and in college, I was on birth control, the pill. Took it faithfully every day at the same time. Like, I'm very good. Like, Lauren took it all the time, every day, Always good, always great. No issues, no slip-ups, nothing, right? So, of course, I'm not, I don't think anything of it because I'm on birth control. So, we go home. Was this, y'all, I'm trying to think. Is this Christmas or? It's one of the breaks. So, we go home. We come back to school. Everything's good. Everything's all fine and dandy. Then comes Christmas break. I go home again, and I go home to, I go to South Carolina, Rock Hill, where I went to high school. I went to Rock Hill. And I'm just not feeling like me. You know what I mean? I just feel weird. I feel like, I feel weird. Like, I just feel off. I was like tired. It's all outdoors. It's just weird. So I'm at my grandma's house because of course, in high school, I stayed with my grandma. So I'm at my grandma's house, and I'm just like, I'm just like, And I'm not nauseous or anything. I'm just like real, like tired and just like sluggish almost. So, of course, it comes time when my cycle's supposed to come on. And I'm like, okay. I go, and it's not like a normal cycle. It's very much like pink, very much almost non-existent, very much just like almost not there, which kind of confused me and like freaked me out a little bit because I've always had like a regular cycle. I've never had an irregular cycle, nothing weird, nothing crazy, nothing like that. So I was just like, oh, okay, like what's going on? And then I was also like, okay, I know what I've been doing, so I'm a little nervous. Like, I hope this is not what I think it is, but whatever. So I called my best friend, and I'm just gonna call her best friend. I think that's what I've been calling her. I call her best friend. I call my best friend, and I'm like, girl, this is, giving her tea. Like, girl, this is what's going on. My cycle's supposed to come on. It came on. It's giving non-existent. I've been like, I need this. So my best friend, being my best friend, pulls up to the house, and she brings me a pregnancy test. So she brings me a pregnancy test. So of course I go take it, and then like, if y'all don't know yet, because my best friend ain't been on my channel, but my best friend, I call her bougie all the time. Very much bougie. So of course, like, barely wait. I take the test, and it's barely, waiting or anything. It's just like pregnant. Flash. Like the clear blue, I think that's what it was, or something like that. Pregnant. So at this point, I am bawling tears. And I know y'all saying like, girl, how you didn't know you was pregnant if you just said you was pregnant? It's a lot more to the story, okay? A lot more to the story. So I take the test. I'm pregnant. I'm like bawling tears. I'm crying out of control. I don't know what's going on. Like, it's just a whole lot of emotions, right? A whole lot of emotions. So my best friend like, Tori, what you gonna do? And I'm like, girl, I don't know. I gotta say something to him. So we had already been talking, like, cause we text like all day. When we wasn't around each other, we text all day, every day. So I text him and was like, I have been, been feeling weird. Took a pregnancy test. I'm pregnant. And he like, I'm thinking like, oh, homeboy about to flip out. He about to do one of those. He about to, whatever. But he texts back, and he just like, everything gonna be okay, everything good. Like, what, like, it's kind of like, damn, because both of us, like, it's not something that we're expecting. Like, damn, what, like, shit, damn, like, man. But then he just like, what you want to do? Whatever you want to do, I'm good with. Like, it don't matter what you want to do. If you want to do this, you want to go this way, we good, I got you. You want to go this way, we good, I got you. Like, whatever you want to do, like, whatever, like, it's up to you what you want to do. I'm here regardless. So I'm just like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. I can't do this right now. I can't do this. Of course, like, I had a lot going on. Like, y'all know, like, I know y'all gonna be like, well, girl, how was you still heartbroken when you was with a whole nother dude? But I was still heartbroken because high school, of course, I went to say I dated the same guy all through high school. And that very much took a toll on me, like a very, 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 very big toll on me. Like, when I say broken, your girl was broken and still trying to pick up pieces. And then at the time, with lead things, just like, we just kind of connected and related on a lot of things. We was kind of going through a lot of the same stuff. So that just happened. It wasn't like I was going out there looking for somebody new or somebody to fill that void. It just kind of happened. Organically, it just happened. It happened, like, whatever it is, what it is. But I was very much still heartbroken, very much depressed. I was having a lot of family issues, when I say a whole lot of. And I was not, and I was just like, I'm a Virgo, and I'm very much plan. And when something come out, if something go wrong or go left and it's not in the plan, it stresses me out. I get overwhelmed. At the time, I didn't know I had anxiety, but it was very much a lot of anxiety going on. So it was a lot. So he's very like, whatever you want to do, we cool, So I'm just like, okay, I need to go to the doctor to be sure, because people get false positives all the time, like whatever, you never know. I need to go to the doctor, but I did not want to go to the doctor in Rock Hill because my aunt worked at the hospital in medical records, and homegirl was nosy, you know what I mean? And like, I have a very unique last name is Mingo. It's not too many Mingos around that, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like my name is Ashley Johnson. It could be 100 million, gazillion, trillion Ashley Johnsons. If my name come across that thing, she gonna know it's me. So I'm just like, I cannot go to the hospital down here because my aunt is gonna know, and then she gonna start running the mouth, telling people. I don't want nobody to know. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. It's just a lot. So I was just like, I'm gonna go. I think I only had like a week left of Christmas break. And I was like, I'm just going to go to the doctor in Spartanburg. When I get back to school, I'm going to go to the doctor. So we go back to school, and he's still very much supportive, still very much like, whatever you want to do, whatever you need, you good. Like, just being his charming self. So we get back to school it was a Wednesday because his birthday was the Thursday. So we get back to school, and my sweet roommate, Maddie, if y'all don't know who Maddie is, she was in the time my roommate got jumped Storytime. Yeah. If you don't know, go watch that one. So Maddie, of course, had a car. So I'm letting Maddie in on T. Like, at this point in time, the only people who know is my best friend, Maddie, and Lee. So I'm letting Maddie know, Tila, I need to go to the doctor because this is what it said, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on. I just need to know for sure. I need to know what's going on for sure. You know what I mean? Before I start making any decisions, before I start tripping, before I start stressing out, anything like that. So she's like, okay, I'm down. So me being 18, 19, one of those, I'm just like, okay, I need to go to the emergency room. Why would I go to the emergency room if I wanted to figure out if I was pregnant or not? It wasn't clicking. I don't know. So I go to the emergency room, and I tell them I'm having like stomach pains, real bad stomach pains. I really don't know what's going on. Like, I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on. I'm just, just a generic, so they can just kind of do everything. So we are in, when I say we in the emergency room 4 hours, Spartanburg Regional Medical Center or something like that, the slowest hospital I've ever been into in my life. And that's crazy to say because in Rock Hill, Piedmont is like a terrible hospital and they slow, but this hospital was slower than Piedmont, which is, if you from Rock Hill or you from the area, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about if y'all ever been there. So, okay, we there for hours and 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 hours. Finally get to the back. Tell them, they like, oh, okay, they always do the generic, like, the urine test, because they like, oh, it could be a UTI, it could be da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Do you think you may be pregnant? I lied, and I told them no. Oh, when your last cycle? I told them, like, oh, it was on last week, which it was like light, but it was on the week prior, so I was like, yeah. It was like, okay. So they do the urine test, stuff like that. I wait for the doctor to come in, and the whole time, Maddie like, what you gonna do, Tori? Like, what you thinking? And I'm like, girl, I don't even know. I just keep saying, I don't know, girl, I don't know. I'm stressed, I'm trying to think about it. I just need to know something, I need to figure it out. Whole time, like, I'm texting Lee, but I'm kind of not texting Lee. Like, he texting me, but I'm kind of not texting all the way because, like, I had told him that I was going to go to the doctor when I got there, but I didn't tell him that I was at the doctor that moment. And I'm sure he probably would have wanted to go with me, just because that's the type of person that he is. He's just always, like, being a very, very supportive person. Like, he's just that guy. That's who he is. So I'm like, okay, boom. You know, the doctor finally come in there, and the doctor basically like, oh, well, I know why you have stomach pain. And he was real nasty and real rude. Maybe he had a long night. I know why you have stomach pains. And I was like, why? He was like, because you're pregnant. And next time, if you want to do a pregnancy test, you can just go to the health department. And it was a little shade. I'm like, yeah, I probably could have went to the health department, but whatever. I'm here now. It don't matter. It don't matter. So he like, you pregnant. And I was like, oh my God. So from the time that I told him my last cycle was, even though it was a cycle, it was like real life. So he said something like final flow or something like that. But he's like, you were probably around this time. You need to double check with an OBGYN, blah, 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 all this stuff. In my head, I'm not hearing nothing that he's saying. It's just like, I hear nothing. And it's like his mouth is moving and I'm looking at him, but I hear nothing. And now my vision is starting to get blurry because I'm tearing up. I'm crying because I'm like, Tori, like, how the fuck? Like, how? Like, Tori, you, what? Like, huh? Girl, how you get caught up like this? Like, this is not how this was supposed to go. Like, this is not what was supposed to be happening. Like, this is not how things are supposed to go. How you get yourself in this situation? How the fuck you gonna get out of this situation? What are you gonna do? What's going on? What's happening? So I'm just like, everything. In my head, like, it's like, I know he's like, in his mind, Lee was like calm. He always is very calm in situations. Even if he's stressing, he's not gonna let me know that he's stressing. He wouldn't let me know that he was stressing. He would just like deal with it. But I'm just like, I got all these emotions, all these things in my head. How the fuck I'm gonna tell my mama what I'm gonna do with a kid? I can't have no kid right now. I don't even have nothing I don't have nothing on my own. I'm staying in a dorm room on campus. Honey, I don't have no place to live because before I went to college, I was staying at my grandma's house. A lot of stuff happened there. I was no longer living with them. I was literally just sleeping on one of my cousin's couch until I went to college. Like, it was, you know what I mean? And I know y'all can say, why you just didn't go to your mama's house? It was easier said than done. My mom did not mind me coming to live with her. She knew that I could come there if I wanted to. But at the time, I was literally working. Like, I had a job in like Rock Hill, was working. So it's just like I couldn't just up and leave and quit my job, and I needed money. It was just a whole lot. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go? Like, what is going on? I don't know what to do. So by the time we get back to the dorms, but Maddie get back to the dorms, and she, of course, she's being a good friend. She consoling me like, Tori's gonna be all right. Da, 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 da. So by the time I get back to the school, I'm sorry, y'all might hear my puppies. They are, sorry. So I'm gonna get back to the school. It's maybe like 12. It's literally like 12 something because now it is Lee's birthday. So he like, you coming to my dorm? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm just like, I gotta talk to you. He like, okay. Because of course, like, we had decided like, okay, the pregnancy test said this, but we're gonna go to the doctor and figure out what's going on because we don't really know. Boom. So you know how the doctor give you that whole like little packet and they tell you like, this is your diagnosis, this is what it is, blah, 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 blah. Boom. So I go in his room. Literally, he opened the dorm doors and I'm like, happy birthday. And he like, what's wrong with you? And I just like hand him the paper. And he like, for real? And I was like, yeah. And I'm like depressed and like, my life is over. It's over. And like, he may feel the same way, but he's not saying that at all. He's not giving me no, oh my God, what the fuck? Like, no, none of that. He's just like, you good? What you want to do? Just very like, I'm just trying to make sure you good. I'm making sure you're okay. Boom. Ready. This is not what I want to do. Like, I can't do this right now. Like, this is just not it. This is not it. This is not how this was supposed to go. So he like, whatever you want to do, we can do. So at this point, we bring about the A word. And I don't know how YouTube is on the A word, so I'm not going to say it. But if y'all know, we bring about the A word, not the AD word, the AB word. Bring about the AB word. And like, well, that's what you want to do. We can do it, whatever you want to do. I give you half the money because I was doing a work study at the time. I give you half the money and then boom. I'm like, okay, boom. That's what we could do. That's what we're going to do. So the following week, of course, I said I do work study. So at my work study, and I worked in like the office. Like I had my own little office, receptionist type stuff. And I'm going to the bathroom. I was going to the bathroom, and when I go in the bathroom, when I go use the bathroom, I'm literally like pouring blood, pouring, right? So I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm nervous because like, boom, they just told me that I was pregnant, and all of a sudden, like, common sense tells you like, when you're pregnant, you're not supposed to be bleeding. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm freaking out. So I text him and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I just went to the bathroom. I'm bleeding, like bad bleeding. Like, I don't know what's going on. And he like, are you okay? Are you good? He like, are you okay? Are you good? And I'm just like, I feel fine. Like, I feel like little cramps. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like little cramps and things like that. But I don't feel like excruciating pain. It feels like a period. You know what I mean? But it's heavier than my normal period. So I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm freaking out low key because I don't know what's going on. So he come to my work study and he literally like sit with me the whole time. He just like, you good? You all right? And I'm just like, I guess. So I don't feel anything, but I know like this ain't right. It's not what's supposed to happen. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. So I end up going to, after that, he ended up having to go do something, and I end up going, after my work study, I end up going to like the urgent care, and I let them know what's going on, and they, they telling me like, oh, well, this is not supposed to happen, da 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 da. They send me back to the hospital. And this time I'm with Zoe. If y'all don't know Zoe, go watch the other story time. I'm with Zoe. And I hadn't really told Zoe what's going on. I just told her, of course, I didn't have a car. She had a car. Boom, I need a ride. So they tell me, like, I go back to the emergency room. They tell me that I miscarried. And then they tell me, like, because I was so early on, that everything basically passed normally, that I basically just needed to keep monitoring, making sure that, it wasn't, the bleeding wasn't too out of control or anything like that. Like, everything was good, everything was fine. So I'm just like, okay. And a part of me was like, it sounds bad. I mean, I ain't gonna even say it sound bad. Just take it. This is my truth, my honesty, and I'm just being completely honest. In my mind, I was like, damn, it scared the shit out of me. But it was also like, okay, I knew that I wasn't ready to be a mom, a parent, or anything like that. So it's just like, whew, kind of dodged a bullet type thing. Me and Lee, it was just like, we didn't feel no type of way about it, or I didn't feel any type of way about it. It was just like, okay, I dodged the bullet, right? I dodged the bullet. I'm good. So this is January of 2017. Keep this in mind. This is January 2017. So after they say that, I still bleed. I bleed for some more days, and then I start bleeding. Everything's good. After this, my cycle starts coming back on regularly, like it was before. It's coming on regularly. I'm good. I'm fine. No, no issues, no reason for me to feel like something is going on or anything like that. So I'm just like, okay, back to living my college life. I'm at this point, like, I'm back, partying. Well, I was still going to parties and stuff, but partying, drinking, being a college student. Lee will say stuff to me like, Tori, like, you might be pregnant still. And I was like, how would I be pregnant still if the doctors told, stuff like, how would I be pregnant still if the doctor told me that I miscarried? I'm not, like, I still have my period regularly. I'm not, like, I haven't gained, like, a tremendous amount of weight or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's just normal weight. I was a freshman in college. They always say freshman 15. I still fit in all my clothes, like, stuff like that. And I'm going to insert some pictures. So the first picture that I'm going to insert, which one? The first picture, this would be when I should have been 2 months. This is the first picture. This next picture is going to be when I should have been 3 to 4 months. And this picture, now I look at it, I'm like, dang, yeah, I could tell. But also, like, before I took this picture, I literally had just got done eating. Like, sit down eating, like, boom. You know what I mean? So it's just like, okay. And now, so we get out of school, spring break comes. Spring break comes, and my mom is like, oh, she want to go to the beach for spring break. So I'm like, okay, boom, let's go. We getting ready. I'm at my mom's house. We getting ready to go to the beach. I packing up so we can go hit the road, go to the beach. As I'm getting like my stuff together, my baby sister tells me, Tori, you look pregnant. And I'm like, what? And I took offense to it. Like, you got me fucked up. Like, girl, if I'm fat, just say that. And that's my thing. I'm just like, girl, so you just trying to call me fat? Like, the fuck? And she was like, my mom was like, why would you say something like that to her? Because, again, it's just like, I didn't look, to me, I did not look pregnant. To nobody, I look pregnant. So it was just like, why would you say that? You just kind of call me fat. Like, damn, I know I picked up some weight, but damn, okay. And then I'm going to insert the picture from this. So in this picture, this is me in the bathing suit. And right here, I should have been 6 months. Okay, so yes, this is April. This is April. Oh, yes, this is April. So I should have been 6 months here. Y'all let me know, because for the, like, there's no way I should have been looking like this at 6 months pregnant, right? Right. Okay. Boom. Mind you, I'm not sucking in. I'm not doing nothing. This is just how it looked. The picture might be blurry. I had an Android back then. Judging mama, don't judge me. But anyway, so boom. My sister like, you look pregnant. I'm like, whatever, girl. You got me messed up. Right? So boom. We get out of school early May. We get done with, get done with school early May. Like college, get done with school early May. So I go back to Rock Hill. While I'm in Rock Hill, I'm having like, I was supposed to end up going to my mom's house in North Carolina. Like I was supposed to be going there. So I'm having like, I'm in the house and I'm having crazy pain, like crazy pain, like crazy stomach pain. And of course, like I told y'all, I was on birth control and I was still taking my birth control. And if you've taken birth control before, if you know people take birth control, with birth control, ovarian cysts are very common. They can come and go away. They can come and stay. It's a very common thing to have ovarian cysts. So I'm thinking, like, I don't know. My daughter, had told me that it's possible. So I don't know. I'm just like, I know I'm in pain and it's hurting real bad. I need to go to the hospital. So I called my best friend and I'm like, girl, I need to go to the hospital. I don't know what's going on. Mind you, like, I didn't feel, my best friend know all tea about like them telling me I miscarried this and the third. So in our minds, we're thinking like it could be cysts, things like that. We don't know what's going on. Again, I don't look pregnant. I don't have pregnancy symptoms. I don't have any of this. Like I have a regular period, all of this. Nothing's out of the ordinary for me to be like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. So I'm like, okay, boom. We go to the hospital. Well, she dropped me off at the hospital because she had stuff to do. I told her just drop me off and go. And she's like, you sure you don't want me to stay? No, girl, just go. Because, of course, like I said, Piedmont, slow as F. They be there all day. This particular day, it was Memorial Day. Was it Memorial Day? Memorial Day or the day before Memorial Day, something like that. So I go to the hospital telling the lady that I had real bad stomach pains. I wasn't sure what was going on, this, that, and the third. So she was just like, asking me all the questions, was like, do you have all these questions? Like, when's your last period? I'm like, it was this day, this is my period. So, okay. So, of course, all the answers I'm giving her aren't giving her red alert, red flag, that, oh, you may be pregnant. Because, again, I'm not having any pregnancy symptoms, none of that, right? And, again, I don't look pregnant. So she said, we're going to do an ultrasound of like your uterus, your ovaries, because that's how they can see if you have ovarian cysts. Because once me and her talking, I'm telling her the feelings and things like that. This is what she's telling me. She's telling me basically like, this is what she thinks it may be. So I'm like, okay. So they take me in there, of course. And she's doing like, the little ultrasound thing. And she's like, okay, let's see what we can see here. This woman says, and I quote, oh, there's a head. And I said, a what? She said, there's a head. I said, what do you mean a head? Like a head? Like what we talking about? And she was like, there's a baby head. And she was like, and I'm like, huh? And I just keep saying like, huh? What? And I keep saying it. And she was just like, give me a second here. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. And then she says, and it looks like, and she's like doing the little shit, it looks like you're about 27 weeks. So I'm like, 7 months? 7 months pregnant? What the fuck? Excuse my language, but this was right. What? Like, what you mean? Like, what? And she like, yeah, 27 weeks. Did you know? Like, you? And I was like, no. And I told her everything the doctor told me. Like, everything the doctor told me, I'm like, no, this is what they told me. They said it was a miscarriage. They said this, that, and the third. I've had a regular period. Da, 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 da. And she was like, basically just like shrugging the shit off. Like, well, all pregnancies aren't the same. Everybody's different. Different things can happen. Blah, 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 yada, 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 boom, boom, boom. So at this point, I'm like, again, in tears. I am in tears. I am crying. I'm distraught. Like, I know I'm about to go to, I know I'm about to go, I got to go back to my house. I need to tell Lee that not only am I pregnant, but I am now 27 weeks pregnant. So now we only have 2 options. We either are going to have a child together, number 1, or number 2, we're going to give a child up for adoption. We have to figure something out. But my whole thing was not even like that. It was just like, I have to now tell this man that I'm pregnant again, and that I never lost a baby, and now I'm 27 weeks pregnant. And I just felt like, because it was just, for me, it was completely, it was like unbelievable. For my doctors, it was unbelievable. Nobody could understand, and it was just like, what the fuck? And I was like, what the fuck too? Because, of course, once I did start going to my OBGYN, I was giving them the paperwork that the doctors in Spartanburg had given me, saying that this is, what was going on with me. This is what happened. Like, this is what happened. So, yeah. But I don't even remember if I called him or I don't know. I either called him or texted him. I told him, and he's just like, you good? Like, of course, being him, you good? We good? Like, whatever you want to do, you good? You got, like, I just gotta tell my parents now. And he's just so nonchalant. But then I'm just like, oh shit, I gotta tell my mama. How do I tell my mama that I know we had plans for me to continue to go to college, to finish college, and to get my degree, but I can no longer go to college because your girl is pregnant. Well, I can't go back to the college I was going to staying on campus because your girl is pregnant. Like, I can't do that anymore. So I finally, my mom come get me. We're going to North Carolina. And in the car the whole time, I'm quiet. I'm not saying nothing. I'm literally holding back tears. I'm distraught at this point. And I tell my mama in the car, I'm like, Mom, I need, I got to talk to you when we get to the house. And she's like, okay, you good? Like, you all right? And I was like, I just got to talk to you when we get home. And she's like, okay, like, Jatoria. And when it gets serious, that's what she called me, Jatoria. Like, okay, Jatoria, like, all right, we can talk. So we get to her house. So, the whole car ride after this is awkward and silent and weird. We get back to her house, and we go in her room, and I'm sitting there, and I literally started breaking down in tears. And then I think the first thing I said was, Ma, I know that you're going to be disappointed in me. I know you're going to be upset, and I know you're going to be mad at me. But I'm pregnant. Not only am I pregnant, but I am 27 weeks pregnant. And she said, just like, are you serious? You're playing. And I was like, no, I'm serious. And when I tell y'all, like, I have, like, a real aggressive nature, but I'm real, like, the people I care about, I'm very, very sensitive, and I cry. I cry. Only the people who real close to me know this. Like, yeah. So I'm bawling tears. I'm bawling tears because, like, my mom was a single parent. And, like, my greatest, like, fear almost was, like, disappointing my mom. I did not want to disappoint her. I had always been, like, a good kid. I did stuff that I probably should have got in trouble for that she don't know about, just kid stuff. But all in all, I never gave her issues. I never gave her trouble. Like, I just was just, like, a really good kid. So it was just, like, even though I wasn't a kid anymore, but, like, I just did not want her to be disappointed in me. And I know she always wanted for me to do better than she did. And my mom got pregnant with me when she was 19 and had me when she was 20. And now I'm 19 and pregnant, about to be 20. You see, like, it was like that. So she basically was like, she told me, she was just like, well, you know, because she had met Lee before, because by this point, me and Lee are serious. Like, she knew who he was. She knew exactly what it was. I think the one thing she asked me was like, I thought y'all were friends. And we were friends. Like, I was like, when I first introduced them, I was like, that's my friend, because we were friends. What we doing stuff? We was doing stuff, but we was still, it wasn't serious yet. So, but like, you know, she was like, I thought that. And I was like, I mean, we were, but then it got more serious. And like, this is what it is. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. And she was like, okay. Like, did you tell him? And I was like, yeah, I told him. She like, he told his parents. And I was like, he about to tell them soon. Like, I literally just told him right before I told you. And she was just like, why, you know, why would I be disappointed in you? You're an adult now. Like, you graduated high school. You always got good grades. You always work hard. You know, you worked and provided basically for yourself. You went to college. Like, how can I be disappointed, upset, or mad at you? And like, y'all, I heard her say it, but in my heart, I was still like heartbroken. I was just like, what everybody gonna think about me? The people in my family was more so, I didn't have a real good relationship with them, but they was always like, oh, Tori gonna be some, Tori gonna do this, Tori gonna do that, Tori gonna do this, oh, Tori the one that's gonna do this, or da 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 da. And like, everybody, it's like they had me on this high pedestal almost to kind of knock me down when some shit went wrong, if y'all know what I mean. Like, was ready to like on me, right? So in my mind, I was like, I don't want nobody to know. Like, the important people knew. You know, the people who I cared the most about knew. Like, my mom knew, Lee knew, my best friend knew, my guy best friend at the time, who y'all gonna get a story time about him, but he knew. Like, the people who was closest to me, who I knew was gonna support me, love me, and care about me, knew. So, boom. So it really, you know, it didn't matter. So, like, of course, my mom had to take her time and get herself together, because now it's like, you're not even 40 yet, you about to have a grandchild. You know? Well, she wasn't 40. Wait. No, she wasn't 40 yet. She was about to turn 40. Not even 40 yet, you about to have a grandchild. So it's just like a lot of adjustments. I can laugh at the situation now, but it wasn't funny then. I was doing a lot of crying back then. I had the rest of that pregnancy, even though it wasn't a long time, it was very stressful. I was very stressed out. I cried a lot. It was just hell, with all capital letters. It was hell. But yeah, it was hell. And I'm gonna insert a picture of. Okay. The funny part about this is, once the lady did the ultrasound, told me I was pregnant. I told Lee I was pregnant. I told my mama I was pregnant. I kid y'all not. A week and a half to 2 weeks later, your girl blew the fuck up. Blew up. Like, blew up. Mind y'all, a week before I went to the doctor. Before I went to the doctor, I was at Lee's house. I spent like a week with him and his family. Stayed at his house for a week. Right? Boom. So now, like I said, he saw me here this week, right? A week and a half to 2 weeks later, I went to his house again for like a week and a half to, you know, spend time with him and his family. By this time, y'all, I got a basketball in my shirt, and I'm going to insert pictures. And these pictures are only weeks, maybe a month apart, from May to June. Right. It's like, as soon as I said the words out loud, I'm pregnant, boom, I blew up. It was crazy. It was weird. It was unbelievable. Nobody could believe it. And Lee even said when he see me the next time, he like, damn, I just saw you like 2 weeks ago. Now you like you got a basketball in your shirt. And I said, right. It's like I grew overnight. It's like baby girl was like, I ain't hiding no more. I gotta let the world know. But yeah, so I was big, you know. I wasn't huge. I was just like really all stomach. But yeah. Oh, and the way I told all my family members that I was pregnant was I sent them baby shower invitations. I didn't feel like nobody was owed a conversation. Well, I called my grandma and I told my grandma, me and my dad's relationship wasn't the best. I don't remember if y'all hear some of these people outside, I don't remember if I texted him or I called him, but I may have texted him because at that point we did not have a good relationship. Text him and told him I was pregnant. He didn't respond. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. But I told all my other family members by sending them baby shower invitations. I just felt like, whatever, like, y'all come, y'all don't. I didn't want a baby shower at all, but my mom and my uncle's wife at the time was just like, oh, you know, you got to be happy about this baby. This baby deserves to be brought into happiness. But I wasn't at the time, once I got over the initial feelings, I wasn't feeling ashamed or anything of being pregnant, because I was just like, it is what it is. It's my kid. I'm gonna take care of my kid. But it was just also like, I don't have a relationship with these people, so like, why do I want to be around people who I know really don't give a fuck about me, you know, or people who I know really their intentions aren't good or pure, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be around them any other time, so why I'm gonna do this now, you know what I mean? Like, But my mama she was like, once she got over that initial shock, she was in full yaya mode. That's what my daughter calls her, yaya. She was in full yaya mode. Between her and my uncle's wife, they planned the whole baby shower. I think the only thing I picked out was, well, me and Lee picked out colors. Mostly me. He really didn't give a shit. He was just like, what you want to do? You want these colors? Let's do these colors. You want those colors? Let's do those colors. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. I don't really give a shit. As long as you happy. But I picked out colors. Picked out colors and I picked out like food menu. But other than that, they did everything. It was like real cute, little beach theme. If I have pictures or videos, anything, I'm gonna insert. I don't even know if I got pictures from that baby shower. Like the decoration inside. I could put up like the invitation and yeah, whatever. Whatever, y'all see, whatever I can find will be somewhere. But yeah, the baby shower, I had the baby shower, all that good stuff. But that's pretty much my story of I didn't know I was pregnant, now I'm pregnant. Oh, and here's a picture of my beautiful baby girl. Well, she's no longer a baby, she's 5. My beautiful bundle of joy, Harmony. But that's all I got for y'all today. My labor story is probably gonna be a whole nother separate story time, y'all. It's gonna be a whole nother separate story time. And this one I feel like it's already lengthy. But this is the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, like and make sure you like, comment, and do not forget to subscribe. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. And I know y'all gonna get me there because if y'all love me just as much as I love y'all. Make sure y'all comment below. Let me know what y'all would have did in the situation. If you got a story, you know, a crazy pregnancy story, let me know. Or send it to the Gmail so I can start telling these story times for y'all and giving y'all all the tea, all that. Do not forget to drop down names in the comment section of what I should call that segment when I tell y'all stories. But that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, peace.
Skin is caramel.